Welcome. My name is Maurice Ruffin, uh, and welcome to Straight Talk Recovery. I'm here to give a little discussion on acceptance, and also uh, like to thank you, gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, for tuning in to my podcast here. Um, and also, things has been kind of like irritating uh, in my recovery, and I have to learn how to accept those things that's happening and not let it really interfere with my recovery. The process. Coming up on 7 months sober now, and things now is a little different than my last 7 months. I've grown a little more into my recovery. I've prospered a little better in my recovery, and that's only because of God. I'm putting in effort. I'm putting in a strong effort in staying sober. I'm understanding some of the things that I allowed to get to me in my before my relapse, and to accept it today and keep moving forward and not allowing it to interfere with my growth and moving forward in life. Following my dreams, um, pushing forward uh, into learning how to live life sober. It's been a while since I've been in this position, and doing the things that I want to do and not being afraid to do it. The challenges that comes along today in my life is amazing. I accept those challenges that comes along. Um, and one thing that I like to talk about is when you being in an addiction and trying to get your life together and being sober, people that knew you in your addiction not growing with you when you're sober. Um, God helps you in those things that you need help in. Things that you can do yourself, God wants you to do it yourself. He gives you that ability. He made you in his image. So when someone comes to me and I know they have that ability to do it, I don't mind helping someone, but at the same time, you can do it yourself. And I understand where some parents be a little hard on their kids, um, being a little, how I want to say, pushing them to tough love type situations because we becomes dependent, and that carries on into our adulthood. When you're young, it carries on into the adulthood. Um, Dependent on someone else to do something for you, relying on someone when actually you can do it yourself. We can. I think back on me, and I'm gonna just say this: me. I used to blame me being black, me got incarcerated. They didn't treat me right. The world this, the world that. This person, this and that. And I had to realize, and this just happened, like say a few days ago. Just realized, I said, what the world did was gave me a ground to walk on, and I have to choose what direction I'm walking. Have you ever seen movies where a person get out of prison? They show this, and the one thing they do, and I just want to, they'll look this way and they'll look that way, and then they'll go back to the shit that they was just put them in there. You know, I don't want that today in my life. I want to learn how to the process of buying a home. So for me to learn that, I have to be around people that's homeowners. If I want to run a business, I have to be around people who own a business. And so I try to surround myself and introduce myself to these type of people today. And at the same time, realizing and understanding that I have a situation that's not that far behind. My thinking stinking, my this brain up here has a comfort zone, and I used to run to it. So I don't want to run to that comfort zone no more. I don't want to be relying when things get hard that I go back to my addiction because I never, 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 never won. It never did nothing positive for me. Today, I'm being positive. Today, I remain teachable. You know, today, things are happening for me, and it's only by the grace of God that it's happening for me. I have to leave certain people alone because their mindset is still set on the negativity. You know, they still set on things of the past, and I'm all right with that. Now that's about acceptance. I accept that, but I don't have to deal with it. I accept where they at. You have to leave some people. That's who they are. But I don't have to deal with it, and you don't have to deal with it, especially in recovery. It tells, hey, when I can accept the person, um, I have to look at myself, and I do look at myself. I look at myself as a way of a person saying, hey, I'm getting sober to live life. I ain't getting sober to keep talking about bad shit all the time. I'm want to talk about some good things that's happening in my life today, moving forward in life. And with that said, Straight Talk Recovery had just petitioned to do a sober Super Bowl party. Um, we trying to plan um, comedy shows, sober comedy shows to give people opportunities to live life sober and enjoy life. Even throwing like, hey, we having a party and some music and dancing. That's the thing that Straight Talk is looking forward, just moving forward to. I got two good people that's a part of this. Um, Reginald Richmond and Kelly. They are very important people in my life right now, as far as working with Straight Talk Recovery, and I thank them. Salute. Um, God fearing people. We all have issues. Everybody has issues. But the one thing is facing those issues without picking up drinking or drugging. That's the thing about life today. I can face those problems today, you know, and sit back and say, hey, why did that thought come there? Who I'm surrounding myself being negative make me think I have to go use drugs or feel like I have to go use drugs, you know? So I have to look at that and evaluate myself, you know, and cut some things off and just move forward. Life is great today. Um, Not saying I don't have any issues. I still have a defective character that I'm building on. You know, I practice on how I speak to people. How I talk to people. Respect. That's the number one thing is respect. You know, um, Not relying on anyone. I allow God to bring people to me because He wants me to succeed in life. He wants me to help others. He's given me that ability to help others. He's given everything I'm doing right now is God given. It's nothing. Sometimes I am surprised at what's going on in my life today. You know, and so I been working on a lot of stuff. Really been working on me. You know, um, and not trying to say, hey, I'm better than anybody because I'm not by far. Those who know me, I'm still Maurice Monroe Ruffin. I'm still that same person, but with a better attitude, a better look at life, you know, being positive, you know. I'm not getting into the things that hurt me. And, today my mom can look at me and smile and say, hey, that's my son, you know. Um, and not living on her couch. I'm trying to learn how to live on my own. I want to be independent, not dependent, you know. Um, just got off probation, paid my last fine last week, and I feel good. I'm a free man. Those chains are off me. And then I'm apologize to the MDOC because when I look at it, everything I did and was involved with that, I did it. And they were trying to save me by putting me in these little programs, and I resisted. I was a selfish, self-centered, egotistic MF. And these people was giving me some tools that put me in position to get the tools to straighten my life out. And I was being rebellious to that. And I look back at that today and say, man, what if I would have did that? But then it's in God's time. This is his world, and he has it when he's ready for you. He knows, and he shows me all the time that he's right there with me. When they say the footprints in the sand, he's been carrying me for a long time, you know, and it's time for me to put my foot on that sand and start making steps myself. So, um, those who are in recovery, and I know it's hard, and we can't save everybody, but we got to save somebody. And that's what Straight Talk Recovery is trying to do, is save some people, or at least lead them into the way of getting their life in order. Family members, you have someone out there that have addiction problems. Be a little more patient. Um, Reach out. One thing too that Straight Talk Recovery is about to do is have a phone line that when I'm doing the podcast or streaming, you guys can call in, give feedback, even talk. It's in the process. In the next 2 weeks or so, it will be a phone line. You'll be able to reach out and talk, and speak, give your input, give your story, even give your story. So that's where we headed at right now. Everything is in the process, and it's developing. It's really developing. I like to thank you guys and ladies for supporting me in this. Um, some of y'all know it's been a journey, and I appreciate that. You know, I like to say Happy New Year's, Merry Christmas. Some people I've, was able to send out texts to, but I want to say it to the broad audience. Um, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year's, and I can say my New Year started June 16th, 24, because that's when I really decided to saying, hey, this is it. You know, I'm diving into this. I'm gonna listen and learn something. You know, shut my mouth. This is the only time I'm gonna be talking really. To talk about my recovery, and sharing some things that goes on in life in general that I see, that might can help someone. So for those who out there and they see somebody that's struggling, and I know we kind of prejudge, but we don't ever know, what can change somebody's heart. If it's a cup of coffee, let me buy you a burger, you know, um, and we know that sometimes people ask for change at the gas stations and all that type of stuff. A few dollars, I mean, $2, a dollar might not. I don't think it'll hurt you. It might not. I don't know. But sometimes just giving. It's about just giving. And hopefully, and say God loves you. Always put that in there. God loves you, and it can change somebody. You know, God grabs his. He say, plant that seed, and I'll get an increase. So let's just plant some seeds today. So I'm about to get off this. And I would like to say thank you guys and ladies for tuning in to Straight Talk Recovery. Love you. Peace.